Do it again. Are you ready?
I know that's Radiohead, but
You do.
yeah, I can hear the song, but I don't remember the name of it.
Paranoid Android off of OK Computer.
That's it.
1995.
I could hear it. I could sing along with it, but I just, for some reason, I couldn't
So fun playing guitar.
pull up the name of it. Yeah.
So fun playing guitar.
Hey, everybody. Welcome back to Great Measures.
Hey, everybody. Great measures.
Gonna be one of those days. My name is Richard. This is Judson.
Every day is one of those days.
We are getting back to Gojira today.
Gojira.
Gojira. French band. We've done
Stranded.
and we did I just went completely blank.
Don't look at me, bro. I can't.
Have we only
remember.
done two? I think we've only done two.
Yeah.
Okay. So this one's from 2008. It's from an album called The Way of All Flesh. The song is called The Art of Dying. I'm really excited about this one because it's probably my favorite Gojira song.
No.
It's really odd time signatures on the drum pattern in the beginning. Very complex. But it's such a cool song.
The Art of Dying.
The Art of Dying. Ready?
Yeah.
Ready to roll?
Roll on, brother.
Well,
I like. Okay. Start from the end because I like I like the reverse stuff.
at the end, yeah.
I like it when people put that in music,
Yeah.
whether it be at the beginning or the end. And then going more backwards, more from the back
the
end.
Yeah.
I dig it when bands find a riff where the guitarists basically just do the same thing and let the drummer
Yeah.
be the. I dig that stuff. That guitar sounds so good.
Yeah.
And there's like 3 solid sections that are separated by, you know,
Ambient sounds.
there's some didgeridoos in the beginning there. That whole, I mean, maybe they're making the noise another way, but that's
that sound.
yeah. And those sounds are powerful. I mean, and even in the other interlude sections, it sounds like they're in a Buddhist temple or something.
Yeah.
People are in there doing their mantras or,
Yeah.
you know, like, so at least from what I hear from the music, in the art of dying, and I want you to read off some of the lyrics.
Sure.
But they're putting you in a space of I mean, I kept thinking about the Tibetan Book of the Dead for some reason because a lot of that stuff is used, those sounds and those frequencies are used in Buddhist meditative stuff, you know. I did see one lyric where he said, you can't, no possessions go with you.
I won't bring no possessions in the afterlife.
I'd rather travel light.
Oh, wait. Yeah. I would rather travel light. Yeah.
And
I won't bring no material in the afterlife. Yeah. I won't bring no material in the afterlife. Take no possessions. I would rather travel light.
and
It's my favorite line of the whole song.
yeah, well, it made me think it's not talking about traveling without weight. I'd rather travel light, like light, like actual light,
Sure. Yeah.
which I find infinitely interesting.
Okay.
To throw in there if that's the case, if that's what
Yeah.
they're.
That's cool.
But I give Gojira a lot of my lyrical assumptive meaning being on a deeper level with that band for some reason.
Yeah.
Since we've been listening, like they seem like they put a lot more of effort into the layers.
Yeah. Yeah. So lyrically, the song opens up breathing slowly, mechanical heartbeat, losing contact with the living, almighty TV plugged, hybrid empty brain, don't see anything real in the game. The tension is building constantly, no reason, just a reflex I have, driven by clockwork. I try to keep an eye open and I realize I haven't closed my eyes in a long time.
Okay. So at least, perhaps, the art of dying maybe isn't necessarily actual. Well, it could be, but then that it's not actual, like the dying that we're usually referring to, you know, on the surface. It's talking about the death of the self that is plugged in.
Yeah. Yep. I can see that.
The hybrid mind being something that's been affected by the material world, what we see, what we pipe into our phone, you know, the things that were programmed in the program.
Yeah.
And that maybe the art of dying is dying to that. And that, that the light is, what did you say about the eye part? It said, I haven't.
I try to keep an eye open and I realized I haven't closed my eyes in a long time.
Try to keep an eye open. Maybe your third eye open.
Yeah. Yeah. I don't know. It's my favorite Gojira song, but I don't know how I interpret the lyrics sometime. I think I hear different things every time I hear the song, and it may be depending on what I'm feeling that day. It's more of a mood thing for me. Like, what type of headspace am I in when I'm hearing that song?
Well, and that's part of, isn't that part of what a really good song is?
I think so. Yeah, I think so.
That you're able to make it applicable to whatever.
Yeah.
But the subject matter itself it seems like it lends itself to that. The art of dying to anything. I mean, any old self has to die.
Yeah.
You have to kill your old ways or your old whatever you were in order to come to the light. I mean, and then it just goes into that possessions thing lyrically, like into
no. So then it says neglected emotions leading to catastrophic voyage on the other side. I have been given so much stress and lack of confidence. I've been given the gift of so small hope deep inside. I haven't closed my eyes in a long time. I am trying. And then it says, I cannot stomach these forms and colors anymore, but I'm here to continue after all I have been through. I try to keep my eyes open. I am realizing this life and death more precious than anything. And then it says, I won't bring no material in the afterlife, take no possessions. I would rather travel light. I'm of this kind that kills all day, but I don't know yet how to die.
yeah, that's got to be it. That's got to be it.
Yeah.
He knows how to kill all day. I mean, he's flipping the script every time he from line to line. Like, I know how to kill. So if I'm sitting around and I'm staring at my phone and I have this voice that's like, put that down and go call your mom, or put that down and tell somebody you love them, and kill that idea. So killing all day, or whatever. But how to learn to die.
I don't know yet how to die.
Yeah, and I think that's, at least that's kind of how I like to take it.
Yeah, the death of the self.
The death of
The ego.
the ego.
Yeah.
And then the death of whatever your perceived self is, if it's not the self that you're comfortable with saying is your best self.
Yeah, that's cool. I'm interested. I'm glad to hear your perspective on it, because, like I said, it's more of a mood thing for me. It's like, because if I'm having a terrible day, and I follow along, I'm following along lyrically, I'm singing it to myself, then it's just, because, people have ideations and thoughts, and death is always looming in the sense of us being human. Like, death is imminent.
Marcus Aurelius says death is always hanging over us. And he says, be good.
So if I'm having a really terrible day, when those voices might try to creep in a little bit, the darker voices, then I can hear this song and be like, the beauty of dying and not having to deal with this anymore, right? Like, I won't take the materials in the afterlife, like all this stuff that I have. These materials mean nothing, because when this journey's over, they're not going with me. Which again goes back to,
as far as you know,
the possession of ego and self, possessing things and items mean nothing.
Sure. And I mean, the art of dying, it's, I just like those words together. I just like the phrase, the art of dying, or the art of self-destruction, or the art of, but you can only say that it is art if there's beauty in it.
Yeah.
And the only way that there's beauty in it is if you come out on the other side to be able to talk about it as
Yeah. And I guess
because otherwise it's a fucking tragedy.
sure. And I guess what I was spinning that as, I wasn't spinning it like I'm suicidal on certain days, but like
But you are.
but more so, it's a reminder that whether it be a physical ailment that's bothering me, or an emotional attachment to someone or something that's bothering me, that's causing me, or an attachment to this materialistic thing that I urge for, that I yearn for, that line, I won't bring no materials in the afterlife, like, it's a reminder of like, oh yeah, this attachment to this thing is small in the grand scheme of things. This attachment to this person, or this attachment to this item, or this attachment to this money or possession of whatever, means nothing. So it's kind of like a positive.
Sure, it's about
reminder.
detachment.
Yeah.
And even then, it's you can travel back over that over and over and over and say, I need to detach from this thing or situation, but then I need to detach from, because he speaks about his mind, if things are going. It's also a detachment of the mind too, which is letting go of the ego, right? I want this, or I need to hang on to this for some reason. Well, why do you need to hang on to this for some reason? Well, don't have an
Perfect
answer.
example right now is YouTube comments. Like, the way that if I stay in the comments and I stay attached to every comment that's coming through on a new video that we've uploaded, like, I can see 55 positive comments, and if I see one negative one, I'll attach to it, and I'll be like, is this and I know, it's more about that person than it is us. But I have to detach from that sometimes, and a lot of times, like, I'll stay away from the comments after an hour or so.
Right. You're like when people say I'm autistic.
You're autistic, or we're high, or we're drunk.
Right. Well, when I kept because all in all, we probably have like 300 comments all together. And 250 of them are people asking if I'm on the spectrum. Okay? So I would read the word, when it first started happening, I would read the word autistic. And I thought it was saying artistic at first. Because, some people will flub a letter every now and then,
Yeah. You and R aren't far from each other.
And I was like, oh, they're saying I'm artistic, But then it was autistic, and I'll have
then
to
you see autism, and you're like, wait a minute, are they asking if I have autism?
But I don't know if I'm on the spectrum, because I've never gone and tried to stand on it and see.
We might need to make a YouTube video of you going to get tested.
But I know that if you're autistic, you're artistic. So
yes.
Hey, and shout out to the spectrum. What I don't even know. But there's a lot, like if it looks like a duck, I don't know the answer to that question.
But I can confirm we are not drunk, we are not high.
Sure, that one I do know. But, I know that about myself.
Well, sobriety is too good to us to...
But, I don't know, I was trying to tie that back to the artistic side of it. And, no, but you're right. I mean, hanging on to... You have to read those things because you want to be engaging, and it's hard to decide to interact with a world where you then realize that you have to detach from the world to really understand the world,
right?
And what it should mean to you, and how you can use it to your benefit, so that your life becomes something that, when dying happens, you're okay with it, in the physical sense. Or you could just do a bunch of dope and die a couple times, and then it's just like, but it becomes having to live is the problem.
That's true.
But I wouldn't recommend it.
No, please don't. Please don't.
Some of us are luckier than others. But yeah, so I mean, and I think all of it's art. I think when you kind of see it in that respect, it is the art of living, and the art of dying is all sort of the same. It's all art, man, and it's all the same thing. This is all play. It's just we're all just players on the great stage.
All right.
But my favorite line out of the song is to travel light, like to actually use the vehicle of light to travel.
Okay.
Is
Yeah.
how I saw that.
Yeah, gotcha.
That if we are in our essence, energy and light beings, perhaps. I think that's right when I saw it, that's immediately the thing that I thought about. I thought it was a play on words.
Cool, good conversation. That was that's something that we could probably ramble on about for days.
Yeah. We should. You know what else we could ramble on about for days?
You being autistic.
Your mom.
Thanks for watching, everybody. That was The Art of Dying by Gojira.
Gojira. Great measures. Great measures.
You are autistic.
I wanted to go more into the didgeridoo type stuff, but we can leave it alone for now.
We are Great Measures. My name is Richard. He's on the spectrum.
Measures.
Have a wonderful day, everybody.